first order of business is the call to order. Second order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America and
to the republic
for which it stands,
one
nation, under
God,
God, indivisible,
with
with liberty and
and
justice
for all.
for all.
Okay, next is old business, HARB 2021-12, 113 Walnut Avenue in Wayne, PA. Resubmitting revised facade design plans. Please introduce yourself again and share your revised plans with us.
I'm Brendan Riley.
Joe
Welcome.
Morsi.
Welcome, Joe.
Thanks.
We also have Gia Raffaelli with us as well. Bob or Ian, can you remind me how to share my screen so I can put the plans up that you guys all have received?
I have mine entirely in front of me, and I'm guessing everybody else does too.
Brendan,
Yes, but
if you
for
just
sake
mouse
of public
if you-
transparency, the public should have a view of it. So please share the screen.
Sure.
So those that are viewing at home can watch as well.
Brendan, if you just mouse towards the bottom, you'll see a green button that says share screen.
Yep.
And then if you click that, it'll allow you to either share your whole desktop or just a window.
Okay.
And you probably just want to do a window.
So I have desktop, whiteboard, or iPhone, iPad. Maybe I can do files.
Okay. Yeah, possibly.
Brendan, if you open the plans, then you should be able to share just what the specific plans. If you have
let's
that
try
file
now.
open. And that option should appear when you select share screen.
Are you able to see the renderings?
No.
Yeah, but I have mine.
It's not showing up on mine, but I have mine totally laid out in front of me. All the renderings that have been submitted.
Now or no?
No.
So Brendan, after if you have the file open, when you hit share, it should give you you should see that file open that you want to share, and then you click on it to highlight it. And then there's usually a little blue share button in the bottom right. Is that what you're seeing?
No.
Hey, Bren, let me try to see if it works.
Yeah, you want to try, Jeff? You can do
Yep.
it.
See if it works.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Good. So that's
Beautiful.
yeah. Let me do the front first.
Thanks, Joe.
No problem.
Okay. So what we have here is color renderings of the front and left side elevation if you're facing the home from Walnut Avenue. Based on the feedback from the last few meetings, we incorporated a lot of design changes that we hope the board finds appealing. So just to kind of run through the changes, the second and third floors were extended to cover the front porch, which were specifically mentioned as a common architectural form in historic North Wayne homes. The front elevation was revised to include double windows rather than a row of 5 windows across the second floor and 4 windows and a door on the first floor. We also added a roof line across the front above the second floor at the turn gable, which is right there. We added a double turn gable in the front with a Palladian window to mimic similar historic homes. We changed the shed dormer on the right side elevation. The prior version had the shed dormer coming up to the top of the highest turn gable. It has a lower roof line with a turn gable that creates some of the irregularities and asymmetricalities that the board members had requested. We added, Joe, if you want to, actually, this is the right elevation. We added 2 dormers on the left side elevation that enhanced the appearance of the front elevation with contrasting roof lines. They also improved the overall appearance of the left side elevation. The front porch columns are now larger and have real stone, and square columns were replaced with round tapered columns.
Good.
So that again is the front and left side elevation, showing the full chimney as well in stone. And then Joe, do you have the other elevation plan? Do you want me to email it to you quickly?
No, I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the left, this would be the driveway side. That's showing the right elevation as you're facing the home on Walnut Avenue. And then you have the rear elevation on the right-hand side labeled north elevation. So the board is aware. We met with members of North Wayne, Michael Kearney, John Volonetti, and Doug Ford on August 18th and reviewed these plans with them, solicited their feedback. I'll let them speak for their thoughts on the plans. As an outcome of that meeting, we also offered to meet with any members of North Wayne this past Monday on the 30th from 6 to 7 p.m. to solicit any further input, answer any questions, and just have an open forum discussion on the plans for the property. Michael Kearney also emailed that out to all the members. He's pretty much been a liaison between us and North Wayne. He's actually been very helpful throughout this process. We appreciate his support. So we also held that meeting to solicit any further feedback, answer questions. So that's sort of the update to the plans. And it's an update of what we've done in terms of community outreach with the neighborhood to solicit feedback and try to incorporate as many changes as we could.
I would like to make a comment. In my opinion, there are more angles and more depth in the new proposed design. And it is a better fit with the overall architectural character of the other houses on that street. I see elements of the pillar house in particular. The front porch is deep and gabled front roofs.
I did have a question, if it's time for questions. The scale of the dormers seems out of place with the side view versus the front or the back view. They look much bigger in the front or the back view than they do on the side view. They look kind of small, and they really look much more substantial in the front and rear views. I was wondering if one of you could address that, please.
No.
If you notice at the elevation Joe's showing now, okay, so we'll talk about the right side now. So looking at the right side, you can see the size of this dormer. This is now being displayed on the left side of the north elevation. That is to scale. That is how it's going to look. It's based on the roof line. And if you look at the peak of the dormer in relation to the top of the roof line, it does match up. And then in terms of how far the dormer extends out, it is a true depiction of how the dormer is going to appear from the rear in this particular case. And then Joe, if you can switch back to the other elevation, the dormers on the west elevation are smaller, and you can see that even on the north elevation now. And now this show again shows the 2 dormers on the west elevation. They are smaller, and you can see that being accurately depicted in the dormer size of the south elevation.
Okay, so I should I should really be going by what I see from the short edge rather than the long edge.
I believe so. When you say short, I'm not sure what you mean when you say short edge and long edge, but
Well, the
you mean
narrow
like-
edge versus the wide edge, the south elevation and the north
Correct.
elevation rather than east and west.
Correct.
Okay. That answers my question. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further comments or questions from the board? Okay. Any
Okay.
public
I
participation?
well.
Go
let
ahead,
the
Terry.
public speak first. No, I'll let the public speak first and then I'll make my proposal.
Hello, this is Michael Kearney. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
I just want to,
Michael.
confirm that what Brendan said about meeting with us was true. They shared a copy of these plans with us that I then distributed to the 30-odd people here on the 100 block of Walnut who are on my list of the people who signed petitions, objecting to the original plans, and basically asked them to, give feedback to me and to Doug and to John to make sure that, that we're hearing them right. And our general sense from the feedback we got was that the sense of the neighborhood or the sense of the 100 block was that this plan is considerably better than the one that was originally proposed. And so, I think we basically, we'll remove that. We remove our objection to that. And you will, well, I maybe should add that the setbacks of the house of the plan haven't changed. The front porch is about 2 feet closer to the street than the twin house immediately next door, and maybe 10 feet for the house immediately on the other side. Nonetheless, I think, although probably we would have preferred it to be a larger setback, where we're prepared sort of grudgingly to say, this is okay enough for us.
I absolutely agree with you, Michael. Thank you for sharing that, and to the rest of the community for their input on this project, and also to Brendan and Joe for considering the community's concerns. I commend you very highly.
It's our pleasure. And I would agree that this is a better design. So although I wasn't entirely pleased with the outcome of the first 2 meetings, I think the result is that it's a better house, that it's a nicer looking home, that the neighbors and Joe and I are pleased to hopefully be able to build.
I'll just add one comment there. The tone of this conversation is completely different than the meeting I attended last month. And I really commend all of you for coming together for authentic community input, where there was really an opportunity for people to all receive the plans, all have an opportunity to speak over a reasonable amount of time. So I hope that this maybe is a template for other Radnor projects going forward. It's great to see the neighbors really having a chance to, contribute to what will be part of their daily life.
I'm looking forward to seeing this house built. Any further comments from the public or the board?
I would like to make the motion to offer a certificate of appropriateness, a very thoughtful redesign. And that is my motion, that the HARB offer the applicant a certificate of appropriateness.
Second.
There a second. Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. We have a motion for a certificate of appropriateness. We have 3 yays. I also say yay. The motion carries, and the board recommends a certificate of appropriateness.
Great.
Very
Thank
much.
you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank
thanks,
you.
Mr.
Thank you,
everyone.
Michael, again.
Thank you,
Very much
Michael.
for coordinating with all the other residents. It really is much more meaningful for everyone if everyone is on board.
We agree.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your time, and everybody stay dry.
Good night.
Thank you,
Yeah.
board. Thank
Have
you,
a good
members.
Take care.
Okay. I have a point of new business. This is Sarah Oak's last meeting on the Historic and Architectural Review Board of Radnor Township, PA. I'm speechless for the moment,
Well, let me take over for you
but
then.
I will go forward. Sarah, I commend you for your exemplary service to our board for over 5 years and our community. What else more can I say? I say this, Sarah, you will be absolutely missed.
Thank you, Bob.
Congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you.
And
For
don't you
those of
forget
you
us.
that don't know, my husband is retiring and we are going to go traveling. I cannot commit to being in Radnor or on Zoom when I am in a different time zone, and I have enough trouble in my own time zone. I thank you all for your patience. I do want to thank my fellow board members. This has been so rewarding to me to know that I have been aligned with such passionate stewards of our historical district. It really does make a difference to know that we all think alike when it comes to things like chimneys and dormers and porches and setbacks. It's really been a wonderful ride. I thank the commissioners who hired me in the first place for having faith in me. I want to thank Kevin and Lisa and Marianne and Andy for all their hard work on the behalf of our committee. And I do want to encourage all of you to continue to beat the drum for community notification. This particular application is a poster child for why we need it and why it works and is so successful when it happens. I will continue to bug my new commissioner, whoever they may be after the fall election, to make sure that they understand the importance of this, but please don't stop trying to get this done because it is so very important for the whole community. Again, I want to thank everyone who's been involved with this committee. It's been a wonderful ride, an honor to serve. If I come back to the area on a more permanent basis, you'll hear from me again. I assure you, I have really enjoyed this. And I thank you all again.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Enjoy.
Before we adjourn, I would like to mention that the next hard meeting is scheduled for October 6th, 2021 at 6:30. Applications for the October 6th, 2021 meeting must be submitted on or before September 21st, 2021. Any further comments?
Motion to
Questions?
adjourn.
We are adjourned, and thank you for joining us, everyone. And Sarah, all the very best to you.
Thank you,
Good
Bob.
luck, Sarah.
Thank you to all of you. And thank you. This has been just a grand ride.
Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a good
Stay
night.
safe.